People migrate for multiple reasons: work, study, war, and even love. But LGBTQ people often move because of discrimination and for their own safety. In the studio today, we have photographer Zanyar Aziz. He's the author of Queer Migrations exhibition that can be seen at Den Haag Central Library. Good evening, Zanyar, and thanks for being with us tonight.
Hey, Gracia. Thanks for being here.
A pleasure. The idea of migration in general has been already covered in different art or photo exhibitions. Why did you think that a queer migration exhibition was necessary?
For this exhibition, I was asked by Foundation Humans of Film and LGBTQ Humans of Amsterdam to participate in this photo exposition where the themes of queer people and migration are central. And I decided to partake in it because personally these two themes were very important in my life. My parents were refugees from Iraq, migration. I studied a lot of migration as a history student, and myself, I'm a queer person. So I was like, yes, attention to something important, finally.
So this was your topic?
Yes, true.
Perfect. So you photographed 9 different people and tried to show their migration story.
Yeah.
How did you meet these people?
We tried to look for a lot of people by putting messages online through social media and putting a call out for people, and then also asking people, just people we know, if they could ask people, and we tried to get a diverse most selection. So we tried to get every letter of the LGBTQ line. Not all of them. It's very long, but try to get most of them,
Yeah, perfect, nice. Alongside the photos in the exhibition, there's a short written testimony that tells a little bit more about each person. When you are taking a picture, how do you manage to capture the essence of the story, but without being a voyeur and respecting each person's privacy?
Yeah, it's for me photographing people. It's actually very personal, and you get pretty close to a person, and it's always a delicate balance. But for me, it's if I take a photo of them, ideally I would like them to be themselves and vulnerable, because to show something real or authentic. And I try to accomplish that by myself. I have no filter. I always talk about myself. I'm very personal, and this eases other people to be that as well. And in that case, it feels like equal. Like I ask something from you, but also I give something.
So I guess that how does it work in a photo shoot? You first listen to the story of the person, and after you take the picture, or is something more spontaneous?
It's a mix of both. So mostly I like to work spontaneous, and what I did know was, because this was an exhibition about queer people from Den Haag, so I wanted to definitely shoot it in the city.
Yeah.
But for an example, I went on a shoot with So Ying and her partner Ramona, and during the meeting of the first shoot, they showed me their wedding video, and So Ying is Chinese, and she was dressed in her traditional Chinese gown. And she also told me in another anecdote that she skateboards. So I was like, oh, that's a cool intersection of different worlds.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then the idea was just born. And then the next time we met up, and we did a photo shoot with her in a Chinese gown and on a skateboard.
Yeah, it's a very, very powerful photo.
Yeah, thank you.
So the exhibition also tells the story of people from very different backgrounds, people from Suriname, from Hungary, Chinese or Colombian origins, just to name a few. Did you find any similarities between the stories of these people?
Yeah, actually, I found a lot of similarities between the people I met and my own situation, actually. So, for example, Julian migrated from Curaçao to Holland because the idea is usually, Holland is the place where we can all be ourselves, and we can be more queer. And then Julian actually did a study, wrote a thesis about queerness, and in their research, they discovered that Curaçao already had a history of queer people and people that were actually notable in the community and were openly queer. And I also, because I'm from Iraq, and I also always thought, no, you can't be queer in Iraq. That's no way. And then I'm a history student. I studied history. When I read the history, I was like, oh, Iraq actually has a very, very rich queer history, and the whole Middle East does, but it's not. You don't hear that a lot about.
You don't hear a lot about it, yeah.
Sadly.
So at the end of the day, I think everyone is looking for the same thing, no? It's a free space where you can be yourself.
Definitely.
So I was telling you before that there are some very powerful photos, like the one that you had mentioned of So Yin with her traditional Chinese gown on top of the skateboard, and she has a very fierce look in the photo.
Yeah.
And also I remember the one of Kik when they share their birthday cake and they share the name. Her new name with the new family that they have discovered in The Hague, that is completely different from the name that they received at birth. So how do you feel when you see these powerful or very strong photos hanging, and how these people like Saoyin or Kik feel when they saw them, like they were showing to everyone their story?
I saw a lot of. It was a very nice. During the opening, it was really cool because everybody saw their photo there in the library, very big, and everybody could see it. Right, the library is visited by so much people. There was a lot of emotions. I feel like I saw a lot of people were very like, "Whoa, I can't believe my picture is there." Because it's all not only pictures, it's also very vulnerable personal stories that they allowed to share with us. So to do that seemed very empowering to what I saw from them, that they were able to do that. Also, yeah, like being also during the opening, people of color that are also queer. It's more usually you aren't that open,
Yeah.
So for people to be in this exposition and do it, I felt like it was like a relief. Or something,
Yeah,
a bit more,
definitely. I think they are very brave stories. So that you show in the exhibition, and I hope that it's for raise awareness about this topic. So when we'll be able to see some of your new photos? Are you working on something?
Actually, today I had an appointment of maybe doing a. I work in psychiatric, mental health institutions, and thinking about doing a project that I discussed today, maybe for a psychiatric institution here in Den Haag.
Ah, perfect. Let us know when you done it.
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
So could you please remind us where and until when we can see your queer migration exhibition, Zanyar?
Yeah, the photo exhibition Queer Migrations Portretten uit Den Haag is visible seeable on the fourth floor of the Central Library until the 30th of June, and after that it will relocate to another location.
Perfect. So thank you for being with us tonight, Zanyar. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for being here.
Dutch Buzz, keeping abreast of the news in The Hague.